This story is about a true believer in the mission of Metropolitan, a leader in a lineage of leaders whose steadfast perseverance and integrity has driven collaboration, decision-making, and results. During a time of great challenges, he has left an indelible mark on the organization, having served as chairman of the board for 5 years. Because Randy Record believed in working together, Metropolitan and its board had not just the ability, but the responsibility to do great things for today and for generations to come.
During my term, we were faced with a record drought, a historic drought. And when the governor declared a drought emergency, Metropolitan stepped up in a huge way. We committed $400 million in 1 year for conservation. The attempt was to change the culture of our service area in a way that had lasting effects. And I can't imagine a bigger commitment. Local resources are critical for Southern California and Metropolitan. We know that imported supplies are limited. We want to get to a more stable point with our imported supplies, but we know that growth is coming. My local member agency of Metropolitan, Eastern Municipal, has been a leader in recycling groundwater desal, and Met has assisted with that. And I wanted to see that not only continue, but expand. California Water Fix, to me, is both an infrastructure improvement to create water supply reliability, but almost more importantly, to protect the environment of the Bay Delta. That system needs to be modernized. Climate change is here, there's no question about that, especially if you farm and you see how weather patterns change and precipitation changes. There's no question that it's different than it has been in the past. We need to adjust to that. We also have a very big population that needs a reliable water supply. We have programs on the Colorado River that allow us to have farmers not grow as much in a particular year and free up that water for the urbans when we need it. We need to look at programs like that all over the state. When I first got on the board 15 years ago, we had not raised rates to keep up with what we needed as far as a revenue stream. Now we're able to, in single years, make huge investments in conservation, commit to long-term infrastructure improvements that will not significantly raise the rates. And I think that's a real testament to the staff and the commitment of the board to be very responsible when it comes to our rates.
Over the years, many have attributed Randy Record's success to his desire and willingness to build relationships, to understand others' views, and then work together to find solutions out of the limelight and without much fanfare.
The Metropolitan Board has 38 members. The most important things as I look back on serving at Metropolitan is the relationships that I've built and the understanding of the different areas of the metropolitan service area and how people represent that and trying to find that common ground.
Randy took on challenges with vision, drive, and the will to get things done.
You know, I had a very strong mother who had a great influence on me and 2 daughters, and they grew up farming. Very proud to continue that tradition of agriculture, but even more proud that I think because of my mom's influence, we don't talk about what women can or can't do, we just go do it. An opening came up at Metropolitan and I was asked to do that, and I thought there's no way I can survive with that. But maybe one of the biggest influences on me getting there was my wife, who said, no, you need to do this. It's an opportunity. It's going to change your life. She couldn't have been more correct. The approval of Water Fix, the purchase of islands, the big investments in conservation, none of that happens without an extraordinary staff that tees that up in the right way and committed board members that are willing to listen and discuss and, from my opinion, do the right thing on behalf of their ratepayers. I'm very excited about Gloria taking over as chair of Metropolitan. She's going to bring things to that position that I couldn't or just didn't have the ability to do. So it's a great turning point for Metropolitan.
Metropolitan was built by leadership with a vision. And so we close a chapter on the Record family legacy for now, and open the door to another trailblazer who will continue Metropolitan's forward-looking leadership to meet tomorrow's water challenges.